I guess one of the things we were thinking about, a topic to talk about today, was this is going to be about social media in general. It could be hunting, but other stuff.
Right.
Before we get started today, I just want to say a special shout out to the companies who make this show possible. XOP Gear, who's making really great tree stands and harnesses and saddles, tree climbing sticks. They got pretty much everything you need to get up in the air as a bow hunter and get it done. I want to thank Trophy Ridge to help us bring all the rest you see in this show all the time. Of course, the Whisker Biscuit, what I consider king, because we're always using it here on the show, of course. But Trophy Ridge is also giving you 20% off. If you need it, go ahead and take it. Use code BHP2025. Take 20% off on their website today. You won't be disappointed, and it'll help hook you up. I also want to say a special shout out to Moultrie, who's making the Edge 2 and the Edge 2 Pro cameras, who are helping you get in the field and know when to get in the field with their amazing app, because it's going to give you information about the deer movement. It is really, really cool.
What does it mean to be unrivaled? To be unrivaled isn't about winning a trophy. It's about putting in the hours that nobody else sees. To be unrivaled isn't just a choice, it's a lifestyle. It's to push yourself to be your best day in and day out. Gas Bowstrings. Be unrivaled.
One of the things I've noticed, you know, we do social media, so I don't want to act like we're not part of that.
It's a big
We
part of
are.
what we do.
But to be fair, our videos are very simplistic. They're not really, they're just made to like see something cool, like it, don't like, or learn something quick, right? It's like a 1-minute learning session of a product. But a lot of I just feel like there's such a huge stretch right now in social media that like I'm going through it, I'm like kind of bored now. Like it's not like, this stuff's boring. You know what I mean? Like it's not like, and I don't want to take anything away from people. People are trying to do things, but you know, it's like the same thing over and over in a different way.
Yeah, no, I know
just feels
exactly what
weird.
you're saying,
I can't
and
explain
it's
it.
kind of almost like people are struggling coming up with new ideas for content.
Yeah.
And so you see the same thing over and over again, or you'll see a trend go and then it'll last for a while, and you kind of just get sick of seeing it all, you know?
Yeah. It's just like the same thing.
We've always with our social media and everything that we do, try to reinvent ourselves, if you will.
Sure.
Right? And what we do, and you know, where social media is going. And that's the thing though too, a lot of times things are driven by not the person necessarily doing it, but by the algorithms behind what's
Correct.
working and what's not, right? That's always been a big struggle with social media, is the ever-changing algorithms of what's going to go viral, what's going to get clicks and hits. We've had some really good videos that got a lot of views. I didn't think they would get that many.
And vice versa.
You know,
We've had
yeah, and a
videos
lot,
that I thought would do
100%.
so well, and they didn't do well at all.
Yep.
And it blows my mind, some of them. One video did real well the other day. So here, I had this idea. I saw this video, and a lot of the times I'll get an idea based on other people's videos that are not in the industry, like just outside other stuff. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. I should do that for the hunting industry. It'd be cool. So the idea was that they took AI and they used it to bring people back to life who have passed and gave people a little information about those people. So for instance, it could show a picture of a president, like Lincoln, you know, say Abe Lincoln, 17, whatever, to 18.5, and you see him moving a little bit.
Yeah, they animate the video.
There's really good music. Yeah. So I decided, I was like, well, how do they do that? So I found the app that does it. We paid for it. It's like cool. So I went through and started bringing in all the old archers who had passed, like hunting legends, like Ron LeClaire, Fred Bear, Tom Jennings, you know. And so I put the first one together, and it was kind of short, not long enough, maybe, I don't know how long it was, but I posted on Instagram, and Easton shared it with us, which was great. It did real well. But then there's a lot of people like, oh, you missed so-and-so, you missed so-and-so, you missed so-and-so, you missed so-and-so. So I'm like, yeah, these people are right. Like, I really do need to, like, try to add these people. So what I did is I did add them all, and I reposted it, a different one, right, and said, you know, updated revision 2 or something. But then I realized I did forget another person, which I just added him. But I'm not going to launch the new one until later. But I'm going to add a new one to him, and I'm going to keep trying to find some more people. But anyway, the one we did, the second one, the one that I added most of the people, and I put the year they were born, the year they died, and I just got this magical music that goes with it, just what these other people did, same music, and it did like 200,000 views on Facebook. I mean, it did the best on Facebook. Like, people really liked it. I put Fred Trost in there.
Nice.
I put Morton Neff on there. The guy, these are all the old Michigan outdoors guys.
Yep.
You know, like they're important to Michigan people, not necessarily that people don't know who they are because of that. But there's also guys in there like this one guy. I forgot his name off the top of my head, but he was at the end of it. He's from Wisconsin. He like died like in like, you know, a long time ago, like 1910. But he was one of the most important people in Wisconsin to get bow hunting legalized. I mean, but you would never know that if you didn't know the history. You know,
now, please tell me you put Lewis and Clark in there. You
No.
know, they
Hope
probably
and Young.
they probably hunted with guns though.
I don't know what they did.
You know.
That's way before. I don't even think the first.
They went all the way across.
That's true. I mean,
You know?
I don't know if they were big hunters though themselves.
I mean,
their team.
Yeah, they had a bunch of people with them, right? But they lived off the land. I guess,
it would
is
be
the point.
hard to know, but yes, I agree that they would still be important. They probably should be in there because of their wildlife management or whatever you want to call it, like going across. Same with Teddy Roosevelt, really, the guy
100%.
who
Huge.
you know saved the parks because he was a big hunter. I didn't think of those, but yes, good call. Like those, I
That'd
can
be
add
a
to the
second
next
one.
one.
We'll see how that one goes, for sure. But
Keep making revisions.
Was there a big difference between the first one and the second one that you posted, though?
Well,
Viewer-wise, or no?
Well, the first one did well because of Easton. So Easton did the collab with me on it, so it did very well on Instagram because of Easton. I mean, they really helped project it a little further. Like, I don't know what's at now, maybe 10,000 views or 20. But the one I did after the second revision, I didn't do that because I felt bad. Like, oh, they're not going to want to collaborate again on the same thing. You know what I mean? Because the Eastons are in it. So, you know, Doug Easton and Jim Easton are both in the video. So that's probably one of the reasons they accepted it, you know. And it makes sense, though. They're, you know, they love their founders and stuff. And so the second one did do way better. But again, the second one had more information. It had the date. And what I'm saying is the second one was 1 minute. I try to keep them at 1 minute. There's like this algorithm thing at 1 minute.
Right.
And it's true because people watch it. And they want to see who's next. So they're going to keep watching. So the algorithm keeps pushing it because it's you got to watch the whole thing to see each person come in. And it's really magical because you see them actually moving and smiling. And it's scary too because it's AI, but it's cool. I mean, it's one of those things where one of the things I want to leave behind with BowHunterPlanet someday is archery legacy. So the legacy of archery that we can lock in. So like that video will be something that will always be part of that archery legacy concept.
Yeah.
So people will always be able to find that video and remember those people who had passed and did something very important for outdoors in general, you know. So, I don't know.
Yeah, there's certain videos that, like, I don't know why they do well, but like I can't watch the ones that tell me watch until the end, wait until the end.
Yeah, I know.
You know, and then you either wait or you scroll the end and you're like, that was stupid.
Yeah.
Like, why did I do that? Like, but I fall
It gets
for
you every time.
You know?
It gets you every
so
time.
I think I learned my lesson, but I probably didn't. Next time I scroll and see one of those, I'll probably do the same thing.
It will. Yeah, it's hard. It's addictive. You know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, here's the thing. This is what I've learned about social media or like BowHunterPlanet. Like people always like come on when I'm on a live feed or in comments, always be like, man, thanks so much for everything you do. Like, you guys are awesome. I mean, there's so many positive things that really do keep us going.
When you're live, especially.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's wonderful. It's like people recognize BowHunterPlanet. They've been watching us for years, different content from it. But the thing is what I like about what we do compared to others is we're like all over the place. Like people will do, like, for instance, if you're like a TikToker or you're an Instagrammer, they're always doing one specific thing. Right. So either they're entertaining some way, shape, or form. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not taking that away from them, but I'm saying, like, it's something. If you stop doing it, you're done.
Yeah.
That's the problem. When you sign up to be an actor and do like these skits, you're always going to have to do those skits.
An influencer,
I don't care about any of that. Like, to me, it's like, no, that's not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is having fun.
We like to be creative. We like
I
to
want to be
switch it
creative.
up.
It's going to be a video that might be a skit, then no skit, and then something completely different. Right. Yes, it does good, does bad. Sometimes it is.
Well, like, one of the things that we always talk about is how do we branch out on topic, right?
So I do have an idea for that.
It's hard though, right?
I have an interesting idea. And I don't know. I would love to hear your guys' feedback on this. And I was going to throw this out at you. I'll throw it at you on the show because I'm interested what people would think about this idea too. And they might hate it. They might love it. So I was thinking about, now this is very specific to YouTube. So no other platforms would this happen. But on YouTube, I wonder if it makes sense to create mini-series. And in those mini-series, they can be any topic we want. So for instance, mini-series motorcycles,
Yeah.
I'm covering, because right now we own other things. So people may or may not know this. We own minimotoplanet.com. And in there, it's all these bike stuff I do with all these bikes I play with. And it does very well. It actually does very well. And I thought about it. I'm like, well, why don't I just do this under BowHunterPlanet? And like, get, you know, because then you get you're expanding.
No, that makes sense. It does.
And same with gaming. We have Thunderbolt Gamers, and the kids, when they game, they do the content there. And I started doing reviews on the controllers I was buying and keyboards, and they did like 100,000 views. Like, I mean, it's crazy numbers because it gets to a different category of people. And what I like about it, it gives us as archers and bow hunters the opportunity to put our name in front of kids and other people who play video games and all
bring them into the channel.
That's
and hopefully get them engaged.
It only works on YouTube because YouTube, you can create a playlist very specific to those things. You know what I mean?
Sense.
But now, I don't know how people would feel about it. They might be like, well, I didn't like BowHunterPlanet to watch Dave do a video on a
you don't have to
controller.
watch. I guess the thing though is like YouTube's one of those things you don't have to watch it though. You know what I mean?
That's why I think it works. I don't know.
For sure.
Because I've been posting stuff under its own channels, but I start thinking, I'm like, man, why not just create channels in our channel that have to do different topics, RVs? Because there's so many videos I'll do just to help people if they're looking for something on something like the camper. There's people with this camper I bought that don't know how to do certain things because no one told them. So I created a video because I just know how frustrated I was. So I created a video very specific to the issue.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's those little things that like, we have a lot of experience with that we never really knew that we did, you know?
Yep.
And so it was really nice to, it's nice to be able to step back and kind of introduce some of that stuff, to the rest of what we do as well. And I think it makes sense, especially with things like the mini bikes and just general outdoor stuff.
It's outdoors.
You think about what you do. We don't just hunt. We don't just camp. We do a lot of other stuff, right? Like, I spent a lot of time with my kids this year looking at, water sports activities this year, and what we can do up here and on the water back at home, and like kayaks and paddle boards and all that kind of stuff. So that'd be kind of cool to kind of introduce all that stuff. I think so too, man.
I think so too. We did a lot of videos a long time ago on some of the. We did a deal with one of the UTV companies years ago. We did a lot of content for them, Dominator, whatever it was, and I'm just saying, like, I just been thinking about it a lot. I'm like, like, this doesn't make sense. Like, we could be BowHunterPlanet could be like 1 million followers just because we have other people liking us that not necessarily hunters, which is good and bad. It's good because you open yourself up to a whole different network of people. It's just a name. Let's be realistic. BowHunterPlanet is just a tag. It's just a name on an account.
Yeah.
The account's already at 60,000 plus people. You guys watch this now. If you're watching the video, it's on YouTube right now. You're watching it. But like, what's to say? What hurts it if some people find us interesting that are, motorcycle people or gamers, right? I mean, who cares? I play games all the time.
Yeah, there's a lot of topics for sure.
So YouTube, I mean, it ain't gonna work on the other stuff, but YouTube, I think it could, because again, you can create a playlist that's very specific that says BowHunterPlanet, Thunderbolt Gamer. You can do that, and then you just tag it right into that specific category.
Well, I think it would run with their algorithms too. Like if it's something that's becoming popular, that would help drive the videos, even though it's under a BowHunterPlanet, kind of channel. But no, I think that's
it's the
kind of
same idea of, trying to be an influencer realistically for anything. Because there's people like who are online today, like Mr. Beast or any of those guys. He touches gaming, he touches archery. Dude, perfect. They do archery, but then they do golf, then they do basketball, right? They're smart because it covers tons of genres. And that's why they have such a following, because it covers different topics that people like.
Yep.
It's the same thing with this, yes. But the biggest advantage to this for us in our archery heritage is that we will expose archery to people who wouldn't normally be exposed to it. And that's what I think is the most helpful in the scenario, right? Like,
100%.
It's not just about the views. It's not about the subscribers. It's not about the money. It's about how do we grow archery in a positive way that at least gets it in front of people. You guys have no idea how many people come to me every single year in emails, text messages, live streams about buying a San Lita bow on Amazon. They're like, I want to get a bow. I see this San Lita bow. What's your thoughts? This happens all the time.
Which for those of you, that's the Chinese bow that you can buy on Amazon.
It's like $189, right? So people always want to try it. And these are people who are not going to go to a pro shop. I'm sorry, they're not going to do that. So this is a category of people that's different. And so that's why, you know, with Bear Archery and the deal we made with them to get a discount for you guys and anybody who wants to shoot an archery bow, code BHP 2025 for Bear Archery's website. You can get any of their bows online, not all of them, but most of them, you can use that code on. And it saves you a little bit of money. It gets you closer to that price. And that's what they're trying to, you know, get you guys to buy a Bear American bow compared to this Chinese bow.
Well, that's what Trump's trying to do too with the tariffs.
Same thing, yeah. And eventually that'll happen either way, right? At some point. Right. Yeah, because that would help if that price goes up on that cheaper bow, because they're selling it for dirt cheap, man.
Yeah, but I think you're right, though. I mean, switching up content to other interests, if you will, makes, because not our viewers, you guys that are listening, you don't have just one interest.
They have tons of interests. Yes, you might come to us for a specific archery thing, but it really wouldn't be hard for you to go on our channel, hit videos, and you'll see the thumbnails. You know, oh, motorcycle, I don't give a crap about that, skip, right? You know what I mean? Like, but you also might find something you like that you never thought of liking, like a motorcycle, like a mini bike, you know.
Yeah, so I'd be really interested to see what everybody's thoughts are on different topics that we can do. I think that would be fun too.
There's unlimited.
I mean, we'd love to reach out to companies that you guys want to see us do, you know, or work with, and, you know, kind of branch out from that perspective as well. So that would be awesome.
I just think, like, you know, after doing the work I did on BowHunterPlanet and realizing, like, okay, it's like a new channel, it's not going to do very well. Then I think about it and I'm like, dude, I could double these views if I stay on BHP, because a lot of the BHP people might look at it, and then BHP's already higher up level because it's not less than 100 subscribers. You know what I mean? So
we're old, man.
Yeah, we're crazy.
Old. Been around for a long time.
It's fun stuff, you know. That's the thing. I don't want to have fun just archery. I want to have fun in tons of things, and everything we've done, to me, has been so fun. And like I started, actually, this is interesting too. So when we did BowHunterPlanet, started this concept, I wanted to do it because my son really wanted to get into it. And I was like, all right, well, let's try it. We want to do electric dirt bikes, what he really wanted to do. But they're so expensive, guys. They're like out of control. $5-6 grand for an electric dirt bike. Yep. It's insanity, right? It's not even, it doesn't even make sense. Thing's gonna die on the trail, right? You know what I mean?
Well, that's the biggest thing is the range. It's the same issue with cars and electric range. You die on the trail, then what?
It doesn't.
You can't fill it up with gas.
It just doesn't work unless they're giving you these bikes for free, right?
Yeah.
To do the videos on. I ain't gonna buy a $5,000 bike to do a video on it. You know, we would go broke. So I start looking into all these bike companies, start reaching out to them, right? But again, BowHunterPlanet's so tiny, they're not gonna be like, oh yeah, let me give you a bike to do a video. It's not like BHP where it's a lot larger. So anyhow, I came to this company in like Switzerland or something, and they have this thing called the Ranger, and it's got a hunting purpose to it, electric bike. So I call the guy and we're talking, and he was like, you know, he's like, basically he's like, well, I can give you a discount on it. I'm like, your bike is $7,000. It's more than my freaking four-wheeler, dude, my Honda Rancher. I'm like, you can give me the bike if you wanted to get on BHP and so people can see it, but I don't really know a single one of you who's actually going to buy it. You know what I mean? You guys aren't spending, I don't think, most of you guys are spending is on a 10-point crossbow. It's like $3 grand. You're not spending $7 grand on a bike just because it has some sidebars and it
just to get out to your stand a little bit quicker too.
I had that company Swagtron sent us some bikes like a couple years ago for camping and for hunting. Now the bikes aren't really known for hunting, right? But I took that bike, their S8, whatever, it's $800 bike. I took it out to the woods. It was amazing. Literally cut across the wheat field, no problem, whatever that is, winter wheat. Yep. Right through it, dead quiet. Got to the stand, set it down on its side. Went in, deer walked right out, didn't even care, it was sitting on its side. So if you're gonna buy one, definitely check out Swagtron's X8 or whatever it's called, or anything that's $800 or less, really, is electric bike, you know? Yep. But just know, you're not going to be able to go super far, you know, I mean.
No, but far, I mean, you can go far enough. I mean, off-road, you're not going to get a ton of range.
You're not pulling a deer back with it, so don't even waste your time with that.
Yeah, you're not going to get a ton of range off-road or anything like that, but you'll get miles. You'll definitely get miles on those things. That fat tire that I have, I mean, me riding it, I can get a good 16, 17 miles regular road. So I got to imagine I can get 5-6 miles in the woods. Yeah. You know, on a trail. I mean, you're not running over logs, you're not jumping over anything, but I mean, they do make a lot of sense, and they're nice, and they are quiet.
I would highly recommend an electric bike for hunting, especially if you're on a lot of flat ground and you just need to go a distance. You know, it's nice because you don't get there sweating. Like, you don't get there feeling like overwhelmed and sweating. Yeah. Like, it's just nice, and you come in so quiet. It's just so quiet. It really is. Like, you're just like, shoo.
I love it.
And, you know, deer don't know what the sound is, so they don't even, they're not scared. It's not like thumping, like,
yeah. So I think we'll have to do that this year. on our new lease,
and
then that'll be one of the mini series that we do. You know, we should do that as a mini series, and you guys can check it out on YouTube. And you know, more to come though. But I think we got a lot of stuff that we can do in this realm. So I love it.
All right, guys. Well, that's another EP. We'll see you on episode 6 coming up soon here.
Coming up.
Okay, that's it. I've had enough.